Well, I certainly hope this is going to be the final video in trying to sight in my 1862 Pocket Police. It's been a journey, and thank you all for following along. As you know, I'm now casting a true .380 round ball out of my Lee mold. I'm loaded up, capped up, ready to go. I have one other change that I did make to this. I don't know if it's going to work or not. What I did, and I'm not going to cock it and show you because it's loaded, but well, I could probably do it like this. On the rear sight, what I did is I went ahead and filled it in with JB Weld, and then I cut another notch favoring the left side of the hammer. If that works and the JB Weld stays in place, fine and dandy. If not, I've already been taking some metal in my shop and I've been cutting a little V-notch about the same size as this, and I've been taking my wire feed welder and filling it in, because the last thing I want to do if I have to go to this plan is to burn the hammer. I don't think it'll happen, but that is a concern. So I'm going to get the camera turned around, shoot these 5 shots, and we'll see where they place. Little bit of a breeze, not much. I don't think it'll be too obtrusive in this video. So let me get the camera positioned and we'll see if we can't get this job done. I will tell you I pulled number 3, but that actually isn't half bad, knowing that I still have some movement in the dovetail sight to the left, which basically the front sight you want to chase the round ball, or at least chase the point of impact. So I'm going to get loaded up again, move that front sight just a hair, and see what happens. Okay, cut. Round 2. Well, I think the windage is just about there. Gonna go get a close-up look and mark them off. I do have a file with me. I might just file it down just a hair. But let me mark those off and I'll go see and assess the situation. As predicted, here comes the breeze. I just want to make a little note here. About a week ago or so, I happened to come across another YouTube channel showing how to make your own pre-lubricated felt wads, gas checks, and this particular gentleman used neat's foot oil. Now, I've got a lot of neat's foot oil, probably about 3/4 of a gallon left. So I thought, well, I'm going to just try that in the recipe and take it for what it's worth. But I can tell you, looking at my barrel, it's leaving it a lot dirtier than the formula that I have been using. So I'm going to clean this barrel out, switch over to my normal wads, gas checks, and continue adjusting the sights on this gun. Let's go see here. Aha! They pulled a little bit more to the right, so I'm gonna move that front sight. If I had mentioned it, I did move it just another hair, but that was a mistake. All right, looks like I got one in the bullseye. I'm gonna go mark them off, move that sight, and maybe file it just a little bit more. So, for those of you that have been following along with the journey in the 62 Pocket Police, I thank you kindly. Appreciate all of your insights and your input, but I just kind of want to make a little note here. After I made that secondary spring and slick shotted these factory cones, I have not had one single cap jam. If I've had a little problem with the cycle, it's because the spent cap is getting hung up right in here. That's not a problem. All right, I'm going to take these next 5 shots. I've got a fresh target up there. Let's see if I can't dial this in any better. I did lower the front sight just a hair more. I don't know if I've taken enough off yet, and I moved the sight, the front sight, the driftable Remington sight back over to where I think it was previously. Only these 5 shots will tell me whether I've done an adequate job or not. Well, I don't think it was adequate enough. Guess I better go back to school and learn how to count. I don't think I did any better. In fact, I'm looking at the target now and I got one really low right. Let me get a close-up. Yeah, low right. I'm gonna go mark those off. And looks like my battery's about to die. Let me see what I can do here. Hold on, guys. Okay, you can see that there's 2 in the bowl. I have one that is directly below, maybe about an inch or so. Obviously, you can see the one that really went to the low right. That's a flyer, but I also have one that is just left of the bullseye, directly in line with the bullseye, about 1 inch out. I'm going to load up one more time. What I'm going to do this time, here comes the breeze, is I'm going to put a little yellow dot on the front of my sight and see if that doesn't improve just a little bit. Now, I have not mentioned this yet, and I probably should, but it's not going to be my excuse. When I put this dovetail sight in here and got to looking at it real close, it's like, wow, that's kind of cocked a little bit. And what the issue really was, and I'm correcting some of that right now once again, when they set the post, they did not press it in there perfectly straight. It was cantered just a little bit. And I don't think you guys are going to see, but I'm actually filing off this side of the front sight because that's where it was cantered to that side. So I'm going to work on this a little bit more, put my fluorescent yellow paint on it, load up these 5, and probably call it good for the day. I'm getting relatively close to what I want. And for these little pocket pistols at 15 yards, that's probably about the best you're going to get out of them anyways, bearing in mind, when I first started shooting this gun, what was I, like 14 and a half inches high and obtrusively off to the right. At least now, you can see I'm well within the area of being able to hit, I don't know, a soda can, maybe some clay pigeons with just about aiming at the target. And if I had to, I don't know, maybe a rattlesnake or a gopher or two. So I'm going to finish working on this front sight, load it up, take the last 5 shots, and bid everybody adieu. Uh-oh. Did I take too much off that front sight? No, actually I didn't. I actually buried the entire sight in that bullseye. What I had been doing previously is just holding the bullseye right at, you know, the bottom of the circle of the bullseye. So at least now that tells me that if I bury my entire front sight on my target, I'm going to shoot high. All right, well, thanks for watching, and everybody have a great day. Bye.